All right, let's do it. This is a keeper. His hand's not like super great, but you know, Serum Visions goes a long way, and Aether Vial is a nice one to have in the opener. What's our opponent on? Some sort of Temple Garden deck. And now Land of War Elves. Actual Elves, huh? This probably doesn't seem like a great matchup for us. I don't know. That's not a bad draw. Alright, Copperline Gorge it up. Looks like we'll probably fetch for a basic island on the next turn. And then Copperline Gorge on turn 3. I don't know. This hand does not have a lot of removal yet. We have the ability to find it, but maybe not faster than Elves is going to kill us. But we'll see. So I can respect this Land War Elves art. It's like one of the few that actually has 2 Elves in the picture. See this one back here? Yep. You're going off, man. Oh, not going off. At least not as hard as he could. That's not exactly what we wanted to draw. Alright, come on. There we go. I like that. Don't need the vial, certainly want the electrolyze. May just use to kill Nettle Sentinel, but if you place Heritage Druid or something, we can maybe pick off 2 of his guys. Like that. Now that's assuming he doesn't just kill us because he is, in fact, going off right now. To an extent. I say going off. I mean, you know, going off in the extent that Elves goes off, where he can make a whole bunch of mana. This is the combo for those of you who don't know the deck. Nettle Sentinel, Heritage Druid. Oh, I like this guy who even knows to get in for damage first. It's very slow about clicking through it, though. Come on. So what's going to happen? So we're going to take 2 here. He's going to, I assume, because he's doing this, play another Elf spell in his second main phase. I will untap this. He will then have 4 Elves untap. He can tap 3 of them with the Heritage Druid to make 3 mana. He'll use that 3 mana to untap something, or to untap the Sentinel and cast some more. So the Legacy and no banlist modern version of the deck will play Glimpse of Nature, so they can just draw through obscene amounts of their deck. The current modern build of Elves uses something like Nykthos to generate obscene amounts of mana just by vomiting their hand on the board on turn 3 here. And now we can't even kill anything. So we're getting extremely blown out by the fact that we lost the dice roll. Well, I guess that's it. Could have been worse. Still bad for us, but it could have been worse. I was really hoping to pick off these 2 things. Instead, we have to choose between one of them, and I'm going to take the Heritage Druid. Because it's the combo piece, maybe. The fact he didn't do anything else there, maybe he just is in for a big chunk of mana. Maybe we'll hit the Archdruid, or maybe he's just on the beatdown plan. We'll hit the Archdruid. We're a long way from Cryptic, unfortunately, but... he could make 3 mana right now. This can be activated anytime. This card's so good. Can't believe it was an uncommon when it first came out. Alright, so this is pretty good now. We can E-Witness back the Electrolyze on our next turn, and hopefully pick off the rest, a lot more of his board, so long as it's not followed up right here by either another Lord, or, something absurd, or Crater Hoof, or, what have you, something we just can't beat, but he's got a bunch of mana. 6 mana, as it were. So he's going to Chord for another Elvish Archdruid, and we're going to have to shoot it down again. This game would have been so much different if we'd been on the play. We could have... well, that's a blowout too. Yeah, he's just on the beatdown plan, I guess. But, I mean, we have good cards against the beatdown plan. Yep, come at me, bro. Just gonna slam a Huntmaster. This is a very good card against the beatdown plan, as long as we're not getting comboed. Now, if he follows up with Azuri here and just makes a bunch of mana and overruns us, we will die. But we've just been one step behind this entire game because of the because we weren't on the play. But he's only got one card left after this, so he may just be fully on the beatdown plan. And then if we just pass the turn with Mana Leak and Thirst Up, which is what I'm going to do. He did not have an instant. Okay, so, or he played out his land, so he has 0 cards. Good. Choose you. Choose the Heritage Druid. Now, maybe there's an argument for just shooting down the Sentinels, but I mean, this is a 4/4. This trades. It's big enough. We think we might be in control here. I want to take the Druid so he can, that represents the most mana, and what kills us right now is mana off of a Azuri or something. So also, it makes the Mana Leak better. Although the Thirst will be very good too with the Aether Vial to pitch. Also, if he draws another Elf off of this Visionary and casts it, we're going to get to reflip our Ravager of the Fells. So it seems like we're in a pretty good spot here. Looks like he is going to go ahead and do our work for us and flip back the Huntmaster. Oh gosh. Please go all the way. Oh, he's just, doing the right thing, making use of all the mana he possibly can. So we can't Mana Leak. Alright. It's the Azuri, but he is tapped out, so we're good. That's why we shot the, down the Heritage Druid, because he would have made a bunch of mana and we wouldn't have been able to do this, and then we would have just died to this card next turn. As is, we can counter it, flip our Huntmaster back, and more or less lock up the game. Remain's not bad. Go ahead and get in there with his wolf now. I'm almost tempted to do something like Eternal Witness back a land so we get closer to the Cryptic. But as long as we're just flipping our Huntmaster and picking off a guy every turn, there's no reason to. We don't have, a real counter spell here, but might get a chance to remand something. And remanding something like a big Cord or something is a big game, so. Nothing else, we still get a Thirst. Okay. We can Thirst. Artifact down. Lands in hand. Goyf in hand. Pretty good. Let's see here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can't do 2 of these things. I was thinking we could Tarmogoyf. We could Tarmogoyf and Witness or something like that. But then we don't have our manned up, and that doesn't seem quite worth. I'm just going to pass the. I'm going to attack with my wolves. I don't think I'm going to attack with the Huntmaster. Just doing too much work. We'll get in there with the wolves. We will play a land pass. We'll Vendilion Click his draw step. Okay, this is great actually. Yeah, just blow your board away. Okay. Sure. Elves down. Play a land. Vendilion Clickers draw us up, and then hopefully remand something after that and flip our Huntmaster back. Oh, we don't have enough mana to do all of that. Guess we're doing none of that then. Forgot about that. Yep, I'll just remand this because if he recasts it, it flips our Huntmaster. Apparently Huntmaster of the fellow is just soloing out this Elves player. The little counterspell backup, but we have Cryptic Command open next turn, so I think we're pretty safe at this point of the game. Now, is his last card good? That's the question. Nope. At least not good enough. It's breeding pool in here. Flip back. Go back up to 20, make a wolf. Play a land. Go ahead and run out the Aether Vials, sure. We have enough stuff in hand. And the Goyf. Keep up the Cryptic. We just need to put pressure on him, so. Alright. I think we're good here. I can't really imagine what he could have. And I'm actually happy to just let this resolve. He can make mana, we'll just Cryptic whatever it is he tries to cast. He has no Cavern of Souls or anything, so. Alright, let's go ahead and peek at his last card. Also, this allows us to just pass on our turn. Yep, you can keep it. Sure. Alright. Get on in there, boys. So if he just chomp, I'm trying to figure if he blocked here. Can't block here. There's no reason to attack with Huntmaster, we're just gonna flip it. This was a good game. That Electrolyze was very good for us. I mean, even though it didn't feel great to not get as much value as we could have out of it, it was just taking that thing off the table was pretty important, I think. Alright, that puts him to 8. Pass the turn, flip. Put him to 6. Kill the Heritage Druid. Dead next turn. I will allow your Elvish Visionary to resolve. All right, let's play game 2. That was a nice one, actually. Sort of the. I think he should have got another Lord instead of that Rex Sage, but I don't know. All right, let's get the Sudden Shock in here, get the Anger of the Gods in here, get the Electrolyze in here, get the Static Caster in here. Tempted to get the Glenalandra for, the big spells, but we probably don't need them. These cards are all good. I think the mana leaks are pretty bad, as a matter of fact, so the counter spells in general are the worst, so we're just going to get rid of most of those. The Cryptics are a different story because it's Cryptic Command, but the 2 mana counters are not great. I really like Elves. If it wasn't so difficult to play online, and by that I mean actually to physically play to play on Magic Online, the clicking of the buttons is just so difficult that I don't think it's worth it, which is too bad because I think some of the combo Elf decks are a lot of fun. I've played a fair amount with them in the past. Our hand, by the way, is actually pretty sweet. all we have to do is find another land, basically, to anger the gods, and that goes a very long way against elves. Of course, he may just turbo off like this. He's only got one land, so I'd like to draw a lightning bolt off the top right now. Not quite. But it's also not bad. So long as we don't die or something crazy, you know, as long as he doesn't just completely go off, make Azuri have a billion mana, which is not impossible with his hand, but it will be difficult, then we're just going to get Anger the God, sweep his board, and be very difficult for him to come back from there. Azuri's the scary card here. After that, we we'll untap and we'll have Snapcaster on Vial up for Anger or Electrolyze or whatever we want. He's going off though. Yep. I actually collected turn 3 collected company off of one land. Not bad. That's fine for us though because it's unlikely to get anything we care about. Yeah, Finks doesn't do anything. Reclamation Sage is annoying, but ultimately not a big deal because he's about to have 3 cards in hand and 1 land once we take our turn. Yeah, we have to make sure to get a red source here, so we need the Stomping Ground. I think this deck really needs a Steam Vents. Yeah. File down, man. File down. Anger up. Yep, just draw the 1 of sideboard card and 6 for 1M. I mean, it's not exactly 6 for 1 since he got 2 off of this and killed our thing, but it was a blowout, as they say. So we're just going to go ahead and get a land back here. I don't think there's any reason not to just, you know, make sure we hit land drops. Our hand is obviously all gas, and he's on the super back foot, so don't even want to Serum Visions here. I don't need to. I'd rather just fetch a Breeding Pool and not do any damage, any more damage to myself. I mean, you could fetch Basic Island. It would probably be essentially the same, but, you know, our hand's good. I don't really feel we need to Serum Vision. That said, now that it's painless to do so, we may as well. Bottom. Top. I'll go ahead and keep up Electrolyze, I guess. We could place, now let's just play the Scoos. We can actually do this where we can, since we're not going to be able to do anything with this mana anyways, let's eat his company in case there's any Eternal Witness shenanigans going on over there. We're the Eternal Witness shenanigans deck. That's how it works. Alright, there we go. I mean, that's how Elves goes. If you can clear the board, you can generally clear Elves. Good game there. That first game was pretty good, though.